Hello friends, you're welcome to College of Responsibility. I'm DJ Goodman, your instructor. Your growth is my concern on this channel. And we started talking about productivity in our last video. We defined what productivity is. We want to examine today why many people are not productive. If you've not watched the last video, I encourage you to go watch it. See the thread on top of my head here. You can click it to watch, or you can check the description under this video so that you can watch it after this video. There, we treated that productivity is to get something done with the resources at your disposal. And we said the resources that make people to be productive are not the resources that we buy with money. They are readily available to everybody. Such resources include time, skills, and also effort. That all these resources are available to everybody on the earth surface. They are available to you whether you're from a poor background or a rich background. But in spite of all these resources, very few people are productive. In fact, we examined that on a scale of 100, not up to 10 people are productive. We established in that video that the problem of African countries is not per se leadership problem, because the leaders that we have came out of us. So if they were to remove the leaders and put some of us there, we will have worse results. Why? Because they are coming from the pool, the same set of people. So we are recycling people from the same pool, and that's why we have the problem we have. So we established in that video that the problem of African countries is just about 30% leadership problem, and 70% of the problem has to do with the system. We have a dysfunctional system, and it's a system that is controlled by unproductiveness, lack of productivity. And in that video, I gave you my own definition of what productivity is all about. I came up with this definition that productivity is the capacity that somebody has built to be useful to himself, first of all, before it can be useful to other people. So an average person that we choose to be our leader does not have the capacity to help himself, not to talk of helping a whole nation, or not to talk of helping an organization. So we have productivity problem. An average black person is not productivity minded. That's why we want quick money. We do not want to labor so much before we get money. We want everything so easy and so cheap, and that's why we are not productive. In today's video, I want us to examine the reasons why people are not productive, and we are starting with the most difficult of them all. Many years ago, some people performed an experiment with an aquarium. An aquarium is what we see that some people even put in their houses, where you put fishes. It's more or less like a mini river that we put in the glass to decorate homes. So in the aquarium, they put fishes inside, and they performed an experiment. They put a glass barricade to divide this aquarium into two. This aquarium is of a certain length, and fishes swam from one end of the aquarium to the other freely. But they performed an experiment by bringing a glass barricade to divide this aquarium into two, which means the fishes could see through the glass. It's transparent. So the fishes began to swim from one end of the aquarium, but once they got to the middle, they collided with the glass because it was a barricade, and they swam back. So they left this glass barricade in the middle of the aquarium for a long time. So after some time, they removed the glass. You know what happened? So the fishes started swimming again from one end of the aquarium, but when they got to the middle, even though the glass barricade had been removed, they swam back. They never passed the middle of the aquarium again. They had been programmed to think that that glass barricade was still there. So they came up with a conclusion that the fishes had been programmed to think that the glass was still there. That is, the glass barricade they planted in the middle of that aquarium had affected the fishes' mindset. So they were programmed sort of to think that that hindrance was still there, even though it had been removed. This continued for a long time. The fishes would swim from that end of the aquarium. Once they got to the middle, they swam back. Let me ask you a question. Do you know the same thing is the problem of people who are not productive? I will explain further. There's something that troubles human beings, that makes them think they cannot do beyond a certain level, that makes them think they cannot build capacity to be what they ought to become in life. There's something that makes human beings to put on themselves self-imposed limitation, and that thing is what I call mindset. What is your mindset? I came up with some definitions of what the mindset is. Now, I want you to listen to it. A mindset refers to a person's established set of attitudes, beliefs, and assumptions that shape how they perceive and respond to situations. I go over it again. A mindset refers to a person's established set of attitudes, beliefs, and assumptions that shape how they perceive and respond to situations. I love this definition. It says a mindset is a person's established set of attitudes. The attitudes have been established in the person. That's why many people don't change for many years because their attitude has been established. Once they form the attitude, nobody can change it again. That's why they are not productive. It's not only about attitudes, it's about beliefs and assumptions. And it says these things are what shape the way a person perceives and responds to situations. Which means when I'm in a situation, the way I perceive the situation is a function of my mindset. The situation may not necessarily be the way I think it is, but my mindset tells me that's the way it is. For instance, some people will be in a certain situation and their mindset will interpret to them, you can never succeed. Let me give you some instances. When some people attempt something once and the thing fails, their mindset tells them you're a failure. However, some other people will attempt the same thing and they will fail about 20 times. Each time they fail, they keep rising up to try again because their mindset keeps telling them what happened to you was not a failure. You've not just gotten it yet. So they keep standing up to try again, which means the established attitude within them is the attitude of success, that they can never fail. So they keep forging ahead. So you can see what mindset is all about. Now that's the definition I got from research, which I want to stick with, but I will give you my own too. A person's mindset is a programmer or a releaser, in quotes. Your mindset is something that programs you never to achieve beyond a level. Your mindset is either what programs you to give you the impression that you are the way you are and you can never change, or it's what releases you and tells you you can do it. Go ahead and do it. So which means we have two types of mindset. The one that programs us never to change, or the one that reprograms us for a change. I repeat that. Your mindset is either what programs you never to change or what reprograms you for a change. If somebody has been programmed to believe that he can never change, he remains like that forever. He will never be productive. However, somebody believes that what happens to him is the same thing that happens to everyone that succeeds, that is going to forge ahead. That person has a reprogrammable or reprogramming kind of mindset, which means it can be reprogrammed for a better life. It can be reprogrammed for success. It can be reprogrammed to get higher and higher and higher. And that's exactly what you see in people that are productive. They have a mindset that is reprogrammable. People that will never make it have a mindset that is programmed. So I always tell people, never be a programmed person. Be a reprogrammable person. You are not created programmed. You are created reprogrammable. These two types of mindset is what defines people that fail and people that succeed in life. It's what defines people that are productive and people that are unproductive. So where you start from in life, if you want to be productive, is to first of all check the kind of mindset that you have. And I'm going to be telling you how you can test your mindset, because when you are in a situation, what are the first things you think about? What are the first reactions that you put up in a situation? Is it that you look at the situation and you make a U-turn, or you just sit down there and you start crying, or you keep saying it's not meant for someone like you, or you say if so and so can achieve this, I can. If people that are worse than me are achieving this, then I can. I'm going to be telling you the characteristics of people that have a reprogrammable mindset and will forever be productive. And I will show you the characteristics of people that are programmed. They believe they are programmed and they cannot move ahead. You have to identify which mindset rules you so that you can break forth from a programmed mindset to a reprogrammable or reprogramming mindset. A mindset that releases you into a better destiny, better experiences of life. If you are getting value on this channel, I want you to subscribe to this channel. And also, one way you can encourage me on this channel is to like this video and share it. Also, if you've not done so, subscribe to this channel and press the bell notification so that anytime I release a new video, which I do every week, you'll be notified. I'm DJ Goodman, your instructor at the College of Responsibility. Popping up on your screen right now is a video where I will analyze to you what kind of mindset you have and how you can change from a negative programmed mindset to a liberating mindset, a mindset that helps you to build capacity to become productive. Now, click on that video now and let's go there. I'll see you in that video. Bye for now.